10 places to visit in Germany. Germany is a great country for vacations because of the scenic views and sophisticated tourist spots it offers for incoming visitors. It has everything from beaches to mountains and high-tech cities. Germany is a country with rich culture, and it has a lot to offer tourists. Germany is referred to as the powerhouse of the European Union, and its well-performing economy explains us the reason. And not to mention the rich culture intact and undisturbed by external influences. Today, we are going to go on a small adventure across the cities of Germany. But before we do that, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon for more interesting travel videos. Germany has a well-connected highway and railroad system, which makes it easier to travel from one city or town to the other. Berlin is a great place to be based in if you are traveling solo, but there are plenty of cities in Germany to visit with your family. Why not take a day or two off and go see some smaller, must-visit places in Germany? Have you ever been to one? The beautiful valleys of the Rhine and Mosel rivers, to the majestic mountains of the Bavarian Alps, the outstanding shorelines of Lake Constance, and the rugged coastlines along the Baltic and the North Sea. There's something nice to see at every turn. Well, let's take a look at some of the most beautiful places across the nation. Berlin. If you ever make it to Germany, make sure you visit Berlin for the love of Germany. It's one of the most iconic cities in Europe and has something for everyone. A great city to live in, the country's capital is full of life. You can enjoy its food, its shopping, and the entertainment it offers. People come to Berlin for culture too. We bet you didn't think of it like that. There are lots of fantastic art galleries and museums right in the city center, which is also buzzing with cool restaurants and bars. Some of the best sites are on Museum Island, which you should definitely explore. With so much to see in a relatively smaller area, it's a destination that will never fail to enchant you. Some other things for tourists to do at night in Berlin are attending operas, taking in performances by the Philharmonic Orchestra, or catching a show at one of the many theaters, or explore the inner city by either walking around the labyrinth of inviting streets in Mitte, or by visiting famous sites such as the iconic Brandenburg Gate. Other places to explore near Charlottenburg include Potsdamer Platz, Hackischer Markt, and Museum Island. It's a little quieter than Mitte, and it has a lot of nice parks and gardens, including the Zoological Garden. Munich. Munich, the capital of Bavaria and one of Germany's largest cities, is popular for being along the outer edge of the picturesque Bavarian Alps. Although it's not one of Germany's oldest cities, its roots can be traced back to a settlement of monks predating the city's official founding in 1158, Munich has played a major role in shaping the country's cultural and political makeup. The need for space has seen the city grow quickly, with it developing into an important center for arts and trade. The city is also a religious center. You can still see a lot of churches around the city. You have, for example, Peterskirch, which is the oldest one, and the iconic Frauenkirch. Medieval Rothenburg. If there is only one travel destination in Germany that encapsulates all that's wonderful about this amazing country, it's Rothenburg ob der Tauber. In the heart of Bavaria, right next to Frankfurt, Rothenburg has a lot of Instagram-worthy snap destinations. This medieval town was high up on a hill to avoid getting bombed during the war, and as a result, has a rich variety of authentic shops and buildings. After a heart full of roaming the ancient streets of Rothenburg, head back down to Planline and admire its cutest of structures, a true architectural gem, a narrow, half-timbered building perched between two equally attractive streets lined with similar old homes. Once you've had enough exploring, you can find a great restaurant or cafe patio where it's easy to relax and enjoy the sun. Festivals are plentiful in Garmisch-Partenkirchen, making this one of the most attractive places in Germany. Cologne. Cologne is such a wonderful historic city that has preserved its past. You can still see how vibrant and alive the old sections of the town feel, yet there's plenty of modernity mixed in as well. Originally settled by the Romans, Cologne was, for centuries, an important religious center and place of pilgrimage. Cologne's role as a trade and commerce hub has never diminished, with visitors drawn to its shopping districts and traditional marketplaces to purchase locally produced goods. These include fashion, fragrances, foodstuff, and so on. You haven't lived a life of authenticity if you haven't tried some of Cologne's original chocolate, which is available at many locations in the Old Town. You can also explore Cologne's ancient Roman remains, fantastic Baroque palaces, and culture-filled museums. Koblenz and the Rhine Valley. If you embark on a week-long cruise down the Rhine, then you will eventually hit up Koblenz, one of the most beautiful cities in Germany. Make your first stop at the magnificent Deutsches Eck before exploring the rest of the picturesque city. The reunification of the Rhine and Mosel rivers takes place in one of the most impressive natural settings in Germany, an area overlooked by a giant memorial to German unity and King Wilhelm I's equestrian statue. It's really something to see two mighty rivers come together. If you time it right, you can watch a great evening concert and be able to fully appreciate the moment. You can also get a great view of Koblenz and the rivers by taking a cable car to Ehrenbreinstein Fortress. When you explore the bank of the Rhine, you'll find many quaint old towns and castles. Regular ferry services are available, so you can get on and off all day, or partake in a longer boat tour that takes in other parts of the river. You can also explore by car or bike. You can get here from anywhere, but if you start from Bingen am Rhein or Bacharach, they both have a lot of things to do and see. Churches and castles, wine cellars, and even gingerbread houses. Baden-Baden and the Black Forest. The wonderful town of Baden-Baden is famous for being Germany's spa capital. Thanks to its mild weather and historic spas, this charming town in the heart of the popular Black Forest tourist region has been a go-to destination for centuries. It's a hotspot for royalty, containing numerous healthy spa experiences. Whether visitors are planning just a short weekend break or an extra day at the end of their trip, they shouldn't miss Baden-Baden. This historic spa town offers plenty of things to see and do, even those who prefer to take it slow. Baden-Baden is also an enjoyable town for any sports enthusiast. You can play golf and tennis or experience racetrack riding. Nice! The Black Forest, the closest hiking and biking trail to Freiburg. Those who want to take the scenic routes and leave the bustling city behind should consider Schwarzwald-Höchstris. This route encompasses what the scenic area offers, so you can drive through it with ease. Nuremberg. The medieval old town of Nuremberg is as much a sign of Germany's rich cultural traditions as it is for modern ingenuity. Much of the city's famous medieval architecture was destroyed during World War II. However, since many of the buildings had remained untouched for centuries, they were able to rebuild most of what wasn't completely devastated. Instead of building ugly, low-quality buildings, they decided to regenerate the old center of the city into its original form. Once you've got your bearings, head to Nuremberg Castle, a massive old fortification that dates back to the 11th century and which includes a variety of individual medieval structures to explore. Nuremberg offers a lot of interesting things if you like to spend your time shopping, dining, or visiting the theater. You'll be able to enjoy some of the best restaurants in Germany and even step into classical music concerts and operas. Frankfurt. Frankfurt has been an important German city for a while now. For centuries, this city-state was independent, and its old buildings, world-class attractions, and fun things to do makes this a great place to see. If you're looking for somewhere different to spend your weekend break, or looking for a base from which you can explore the country even more thoroughly, consider the old imperial capital. The city is situated on the River Main, and evidence of its past as an important trading center is easy to spot, especially in the impressive old town Altstadt area. Highlights of Frankfurt include Römerberg, also known as the city's lively pedestrian-friendly square that contains the fountain, medieval townhomes with attractive boutiques and galleries, excellent cafes, and restaurants with outdoor terraces. The Old Town Square is also filled with historic buildings, including the Old Town Hall and several churches, most notably Tin Church. Hamburg, the gateway to Germany. If you are yearning for some great German hospitality, Hamburg is the ideal destination for you. Hamburg is one of Germany's largest cities and the second largest in the country. It contains a lot of water and is on an estuary on the Elbe River. This makes it close to Germany's North Sea and very important as a port for trade. Shipping routes are now able to reach not only the coastlines but also inland waterways, increasing their importance to people who live in these areas. There are a lot of vessels coming and going to the dock every day, including a rising number of cruise ships dropping tourists off to explore this modern city. A walking tour of the center of the city is a must-do, but you should head towards Deichstrasse if you want a tour with a twist. The architecture there is distinctive and it will bring you past old townhomes. Here, you'll see the lovely old canals that lead to and from the harbor area, crisscrossed by a network of lovely bridges. If you have a little time to spend, try going to the city's top family attraction and the world's largest model train set at the International Maritime Museum. Dresden. Thanks to its location just a few miles away from Germany's border with the Czech Republic, Dresden is the perfect place to end your German adventures when exploring Eastern Germany and Eastern Europe. Dresden is a beautiful place to live with plenty of opportunities. Located in the Elbe Valley, it is full of fertile land, surrounded by picturesque settings, and abounds with a moderate climate. It was also next to important trade routes, which helped it become prosperous. There was a rumor that the land and cathedral that the locals are residing on would soon be sold off. The frightened locale documented and stored any evidence that they could find. Finally, the building was restored to its original state. The many attractions in Dresden, the Neumarkt Square, various museums, and galleries hit the top spot on anyone's travel bucket list. That's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. And do subscribe for more information on planning your German adventure with Kids Getaways.